You know, we have a good group of people here. It's a very smart, caring bunch of workers.
I'm not saying you're wrong for liking the movie, I'm just saying you're dumb for liking it.
Pregnant or fat?
Justin is not a grilled cheese sandwich!
And if you two didn't know it was going to be busy, then you're clearly idiots.
You farted! We're all in here and you farted.
Put it in your mouth.
We're not jacking up the prices of your medication. You don't need to go to the movies.
You do know the diet soda doesn't cancel out the popcorn. You're still gonna get fat.
Ma'am, I have to go. There appears to be a rogue group of teens here farting on people.
We have to do something about all these broads working here. Why do I still work here? Why do I put up with this? What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with me?
No!
Are we gonna see the games or what? Show me!
Now that you're all awake, here's a little history lesson. Sega managed to purchase the electronic rights to the Alien franchise from 20th Century Fox back in December of '06, with their big release slated to be Aliens Colonial Marines, which would be developed by Gearbox Software. Long before this title would ever see the light of day, Sega would publish Aliens vs. Predator in 2010 for PC, PS3, and Xbox 360, with Rebellion as the developer. Rebellion was the very same studio responsible for the Atari Jaguar exclusive Alien vs. Predator, as well as Aliens vs. Predator for PC. Wow, you know it must be serious when they spell out versus. While this version shares many elements with its predecessors, it isn't a remake. The story has been rewritten, the graphics are more sophisticated, and gameplay has been refined. As well they should be. This is only their third attempt after all. Hell, fourth if you count Aliens vs. Predator Requiem on PSP. This game should be shitting excellence. Now, before I continue, allow me to point out that you're watching a standard definition 4:3 image using MPEG-2 compression. My capture methods are limited, so much of the detail is lost here. This is the PS3 version, capable of 720p and 5.1 digital surround sound on a sesame seed bun. I'm not even going to bother discussing multiplayer because it's worthless to me. You can only challenge others online, meaning support will dry up after a month, and there you will sit, dick in hand, remembering the good old days when all you needed was a second fucking controller. The story is set in the distant future, well after Alien 3, but way before Alien Resurrection. Thank God, because I never want to see this shit again. Carl Bishop Whalen, descendant of Charles Bishop Whalen from 2004's Alien vs. Predator, I'm guessing, has uncovered a pyramid on BG-386. Like the movie, this pyramid comes fully loaded with superior tech and xenomorphs, much to Whalen's delight. Once Whalen-Yutani have set up shop, they start breeding an untold amount of serpentine creepy crawlies. When Whalen tries to enter the temple, that's when all fucking hell breaks loose. That's just the setup though. Starting a game, you're given 3 campaigns to choose from: Marine, Predator, and Alien. Each has their own narrative, though they intersect during gameplay, affording us the opportunity to witness key events from multiple perspectives. many have objected to the length, whining that these campaigns are far too short. Granted, an individual campaign is fairly brief, but you don't get the full story unless you've beaten all 3. This led me to believe that you need to play through each scenario in order to finish the game. It may not take you a month or 2 to beat Aliens vs. Predator, but it's not as if we're talking about an RPG here. This game is a fucking ride, making it very replay friendly in my opinion. Playing as a Marine is like many FPS experiences, except this one's freaky as fuck. This game has no qualms with leaving you alone in the dark. Well, you'll wish you were alone.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now throw that lever again to reboot the system. Holy shit. What happened? I'm reading movement. Check your perimeter. Close it!
The first level acts as a tutorial of sorts, getting you acquainted with the controls, which are pretty intuitive and easy to pick up, at least in my opinion. All you have on hand is a flashlight, an unlimited amount of flares, and a pistol with unlimited ammo. You may as well have given me a butter knife. It took me forever to navigate these corridors the first time around, not because I was lost or faulty controls or anything like that. No, it's because I was scared shitless, pure and simple. The xenomorphs act like their cinematic counterparts, tucking themselves up in walls, waiting to strike until you've walked right past them. Even during one of the many set pieces where the goal is to simply kill each and every last one, some may take a head-on approach, while others will sneak around and attack from behind or above. Mind you, this is the easy setting. These bastards are far more cunning and fierce in the harder difficulties. I swear they're like the raptors in Jurassic Park. Besides warriors, chestbursters, and the like, you have to deal with Wei-Yu synthetics. They take a beating and keep on coming. They're pretty crafty too. They'll play possum, then spring to life as you approach. If that isn't bad enough, they explode when you clean their clocks. There's a series of challenges, but they're standard stuff. Restore power here, hack a computer there, you know the drill. The real thrill here is surviving. Using pulse rifles, smart guns, flamethrowers, shotguns. Good lord, how I love that boomstick. Close encounters have never been this satisfying. When you play as the Predator, or Hunter as they're referred to here, gameplay shifts towards stealth. You're not hiding underneath a cardboard box or anything. Instead, you have stealth camouflage, which deactivates when you're attacked or when you obliterate Marines. Jesus Christ, that dude's a puddle. You have a wide assortment of weapons like the shoulder-mounted blaster. Sadly, it doesn't have unlimited ammo. Instead, you absorb energy from various sources throughout the game. In addition to the blaster, you have the staff and frisbee of death from Predator 2. Wow. Like the Marine, the Hunter has his own set of objectives. There's one goal I especially love, where you have to collect a computer tech's head and use his retina to unlock security doors. So rad. The Hunter can leap onto ledges, tree limbs, rooftops, cranes, using the jungle much like his celluloid brethren. It's a solid campaign with genuine thrills that's generous with the spills. Alien is my favorite though. We're present for his, her birth, which is absolute genius.
That's the last of them. Commencing specimen retrieval. What happened to specimen 6?
Get back! No, Dr. Rose. I want it alive. I like this one. Send in the combat androids. Mark it up for the program.
So awesome. Once Wayland tries to enter the pyramid, the power goes out. That's when number 6 breaks loose and escapes, liberating its siblings as well as Her Majesty. Some may argue that this is the most shallow of the 3 campaigns, and there may be some truth to that. There really isn't much beyond smashing computers and killing everything in sight. However, this is easily the most thrilling of the bunch. Here, you are the fucking alien. You're running up and down walls, skittering across the ceiling, lurking in the shadows, and ambushing your prey. God, I'm surprised my PS3 isn't gushing blood. In addition to the fatalities, you can knock up civilians and leave them to their inevitable demise. Instead of the familiar motion sensor from Aliens or the Predator's heat vision, the Xeno uses pheromones to locate its prey. Visually, this is a lovely presentation. The stages are varied and stylistically faithful to the franchises that inspired them, as are the sound effects and ambient score. The pulse rifle, the Xeno's screams, the Predator's ability to mimic voices. It's just brilliant. Music is very reminiscent of Jerry Goldsmith, James Horner, and especially Elliot Goldenthal. Say what you will about the story or the graphics, whatever, the soundtrack is awesome. Aliens vs. Predator is an action-packed, blood-soaked sci-fi nightmare that any self-respecting fan of the genre should be able to enjoy. If you're a fan of the series, I strongly suggest you pick this one up and invest in a new pair of pants. You're gonna need them. Really, as much as I want to end this retrospective on a good note, I've got one more to tackle. Until then, enjoy the screams.